summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. They call a podcast.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Brooklyn Bulls. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll elect not to return back. They go play action here on first down. Stocker's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Black over. White 20. Alpha, alpha. Double, double, double.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Eagle 44.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one. That's caught. Touchdown. Devontae. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Leopard! Leopard! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Daniel. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Daniel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. The work here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10.
Six to start things out. Back to throw again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the stop. To bring up a third down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for. Stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Gun!
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Hey, 52. Eagle.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, let's go.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Eagle.
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey. 4 down. Eagle. Alpha. Eagle. When they hot.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebackers, Von Miller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Double. White 90. White 90. Paper.
They'll set up a throw. This one caught by Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Quick. Double. Lion. 300.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A Bengal 1st down on a 16-yard pickup there.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Bobby Wagner in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And here now the offense heading back out there. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And Eifert has it. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Davis with it left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Orange. Eagle.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Stocker's got it, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll drop to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And now here's another interception. John Johnson with the INT. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Davante Adams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance. That can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Lutz's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind. Taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gun!
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Muscles him off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Right 20.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Eagle.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now in desperation. And got his man. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, let's go! Line. 300.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the home team here, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the rain for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I'm gonna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I step him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake